Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jay Good here talking about weight loss and just what I've done to try and continue on my journey to lose weight and get back in shape. Trying to eat clean to get lean. Many folks have asked me over the course of this what I did to lose the weight and continue to keep it off and continue to move in my challenge to get down to the place I should be in terms of my weight loss goals. So today I decided to put together 5 tips that I used or wish I used in some cases that I think everybody can use to start that journey. Number 1, you need to make a commitment. That's the first thing. You've realized that you need to make a change. You need to make a commitment to yourself. But the first person that always you end up breaking promises to is yourself. Make a commitment to your partner. Make a commitment to your kids that you're going to get healthy and do more active things with them, and for all of you to eat better. Just make some changes on that front in terms of making a commitment and sticking to it. I'm using this YouTube channel to make a commitment to myself and to everybody watching that I'm going to continue on this clean eating, weight loss journey. Hope is not a strategy. You need to come up with a committed plan for change. Number 2, I know that when people start a new plan, they just want to jump right in. They just want to get in there and just start, cut out everything, get going on this plan and go extreme. I suggest you take a small step back. Definitely make some changes, but tip number 2 is really about focusing on what you've already been doing. How do you eat now? If you don't know what your real problems are, like everybody knows that if you're eating 16 donuts and every couple of days, yeah, you're gonna have definitely a problem. But there's a lot of people that think they're eating a lot healthier than they are and not realizing that they're taking in 3,500 calories when they really only need 2,200 calories. And if you don't have a deficit in the total number of calories versus the expenditure that your body is utilizing, you're definitely not going to lose weight. I suggest that you do, and I'm not a big calorie counter, but I did track my calories for 2 to 3 weeks, maybe a little bit longer, just to see actually what I was actually eating, to understand what my calorie intake was, where there were some areas. Like I did go on an extreme level and cut out just a whole bunch of things more because of the digestive system issues that I was having. So I really did restrict calories and all kinds of food. But after that, I really took the approach of as I get back into eating whole foods and healthy foods, let's count the calories, because you realize if you grab a handful of nuts because you think that they're fantastically healthy, you might be eating 200 or 300 calories worth of nuts in just a handful. Nobody takes just one handful unless you're pretty disciplined. So track your calories, weigh things out if you have to. You can eyeball some things as well, but you never really know how many calories. I suggest using MyFitnessPal is a great one, or you can definitely go online and document your information either on online sites or just getting a notebook. Also seeing that information in front of you at the end of the day when you review what you've actually eaten in a day, not just the calories, but how much you've eaten. You probably will be pretty shocked at the amount you've eaten, the amount of junk food, maybe the amount of healthy good things you've had as well, where you're missing fruit, where you're missing vegetables, where you're missing good proteins. And then that gives you something to build on going for the future. Just keep on focusing. That focus of knowing what you're eating every day, what goes into your mouth, goes onto pen and paper or into an app. You can track it, and once you know what is impacting your eating habits, calorie intake, and just overall food consumption in a day, and over the course of a couple of weeks, you get a really good idea what you need to cut out. Number 3 on my list for this video is going to be doing some research. I think a really key thing is to get some research and education on what you think would be most beneficial to you. And the first place that I like to start, obviously YouTube is a great place to get a lot of information, good place to start. I think the first place that I like to go is actually go to the library, grab a couple of books. Most libraries have a really good selection of health and nutrition books that can really give you some ideas. Like, you don't have to follow any specific one, but there'll be a book that jumps out at you. One book that really jumped out at me was the Eat Clean Diet by Tosca. You know, she put a really great book together along with her husband that I still follow a lot of the principles and still eat a lot of the recipes within that, because it was just an eating clean book. I did follow quite a few others that I looked at. Tim Ferriss's 4-Hour Body is also a really interesting way to look at eating and health. But research. Also, a lot of places that you can go. To your doctor is a great place to go and get some information, especially if you have some health conditions that you're worried about and you want to talk about the change, because some of these changes can be drastic and do affect your body. Nutritionists. Your company may actually have an EAP program, an employee assistance program through their insurance, your local clinic. There's a lot of places that you can actually go and get some information on just eating healthier, and also potentially starting a fitness program. That's number 3. Number four is setting realistic goals. You definitely need to set some goals. My suggestion is to set long-term goals. I actually set myself a long-term goal of getting back down to 205 pounds and realized once I got there that I need to set a new goal. And that's fine. Set yourself a long-term goal for your ultimate imagination of what it is, how fit you want to be, what weight you want to be, and just the activity level you want to have. You can also set realistic short-term goals. Set them by weeks or by months where you'd like to be. Again, realistic. On average, you're looking at 1 to 2 pounds at the beginning, a little bit more when you're first dropping the weight, depending on what diet you're using. But that's a healthy way to lose some weight. 1 to 2 pounds, really 1 pound a week. And just setting a goal. And then other goals could be your fitness level goals. Maybe one day you want to run a marathon or a half marathon, a quarter of a marathon, whatever that may be. Making it through a 40-minute spin class. Just being able to walk 5 kilometers, 5 miles. There's a lot of goals you can set, and that really depends on you and what you want to do. But by setting unrealistic goals, you set yourself up for failure and disappointment. And I've been on this journey for over 2 years and still haven't quite hit the level of health that I want to be at. So it does take time. You didn't pack on extra weight. I didn't put on 47 pounds in a couple of months. It took quite a few years to put that extra weight on. There's no expectation that it can't take at least a couple of years to get that weight off. It still takes hard work, but you can slowly chip away at it. This definitely is not a sprint. This is a marathon. It's the rest of your life to maintain a healthy weight and a healthy lifestyle. 5th and final tip on your journey to help you along with getting the healthy lifestyle and the weight loss started. So last one really is, you're going to fall off and cheat. You're going to miss some days of working out. You're not going to be perfect. You're going to grab that chocolate bar every once in a while. Don't let that derail you for weeks and months. Get back on it. There's the next day. Start over. If you're eating really healthy 5 or 6 days out of the week, following your plan, eating whole foods and healthy foods, if there's one day that you're not eating great or didn't eat perfectly or grabbed a burger at a fast food chain, no problem. Start again the next day. Get back on it. Set yourself a motivation to just not do that for another week. you can do it. There's definitely been some instances where I've fallen off the bus, off the boat. Just got to get back on the next day. Again, this is not a sprint, it's a marathon. It's a journey for your whole life. You still need to enjoy yourself every once in a while, and if that is having a piece of pecan pie, go for it and enjoy it. Just know that the next day you're going to be strict and continue to eat really healthy. That was my 5 tips. I really hope that you found that to be very useful. I'd love to hear some of the comments again you guys have on some of the tips that you've used, what's really worked for you in the past, if you have a journey, or if you have any questions again about me, what I've done, or any of the things I said in this video. Please hit the subscribe so you can see any of my new videos. I'm enjoying this process, so I'm definitely going to be loading some more. Hit the like button, and again, feel free to comment below. Look forward to hearing from you, and stay tuned for the next video. Not sure what that is. If there is some ideas or questions that you have that you think would be a great video for me on that, please let me know. Happy to share it, and looking forward to interacting with you all on this great platform. Thank you.